My beloved child, come closer to me now. Come with your tired heart, your searching mind, your quiet questions, and even the thoughts you have never dared to speak aloud. Come just as you are. Do not pretend to be strong before me. Do not hide your fears, your wounds, or your regrets. I have seen every moment of your life, every step you have taken, every burden you carry in the silence of your soul. And now, in this moment, I ask you to listen, not with your ears alone, but with your heart wide open. For this is the message you were never meant to miss. You have lived through many seasons, my child. You have seen the sun rise on days of joy, and you have waded through nights of sorrow that seemed to last too long. You have walked through the warmth of companionship and stood in moments of loneliness where you wondered if anyone truly understood you. And in all of these moments, yes, in every single one, I was near. You may not have felt me. You may have thought I was silent, but I was closer to you than your breath, watching, guiding, and waiting for the moment when your heart would turn toward me and say, "Lord, speak. I am listening." And now I speak. I am speaking to your heart that has been stretched by years, shaped by memories, and softened by trials. I am speaking to the part of you that still longs for peace, even after all this time. I am speaking to the child in you who still wonders if everything will be all right. I am speaking to the weary traveler in you who wants to rest. And I am speaking to the soul in you that was made for eternal things. Things deeper, higher, and more beautiful than anything this world could ever give. Listen to me, my child. You are not forgotten. You are not unseen. You are not abandoned. You are not overlooked. And you are not alone, not for one breath of your life. There were moments in your life when you thought you were walking by yourself. You felt the weight of your responsibilities pressing on your shoulders. You carried the pain of losing people you loved. You faced days when your strength was not enough and nights when your tears came without permission. And in those moments you wondered, where is God? Does he see me? Does he hear me? Yes, my child, I saw you. I heard you. I never left. When you cried quietly so no one else would notice, I noticed. When you pretended to be strong for others, I held your trembling heart. When you doubted yourself, I believed in what I created in you. When you felt like you were fading into the background of life, I whispered, you matter to me. You matter. Not because of what you have done, not because of what you have failed to do, not because of what others think of you, but because you are mine. From the moment you took your first breath, I have loved you with a love no human words can fully describe. And even now, after all your years, all your journeys, all your questions, all your mistakes, all your victories, and all your losses, I love you still, and I love you now, and I will love you always. I sent this message to you today because I do not want you to miss what I have been trying to whisper to you for a long time. Life has been loud, pain has been distracting. Responsibilities have been heavy, and sometimes my voice felt like a distant wind. But today I want to speak clearly, simply, and directly to you because I know your heart needs this. I know your spirit needs rest. I know your mind needs the warmth of truth, and I know your soul needs to hear my voice again. So hear me now, my beloved child. I am here. In this very moment I am near you, closer than any memory, closer than any fear, closer than any disappointment, closer than any wound. I am holding your life gently in my hands. I am watching over your days and your nights. I am guiding your steps even when you do not see the path. I am healing what you thought would never heal. I am restoring what you believed was lost forever. I am strengthening what has grown weak within you, and I am preparing something ahead of you that you cannot yet imagine. Do not think that your life is small or ordinary or insignificant. Every breath you take is meaningful to me. Every step of your journey has been woven into a story far greater than you can see from where you stand right now. For you see only today, but I see the whole path. You see your limitations, but I see your purpose. You see your age, but I see your eternal soul, still radiant, still capable of growing, still capable of receiving more love, more light, more hope. My child, you have lived long enough to know that life is fragile. People come and go. Seasons change. Health wavers. Friendships shift. Memories fade. But hear me, my love for you does not change. It does not grow weak. It does not fade. It does not depend on time or circumstances. It does not diminish with age. It remains strong, steady, unshakable. There were moments in your life when you felt like you had to be your own strength. You had to be the one who held everything together. You were the one others leaned on. You worked, you sacrificed, you endured more than you speak about. And now, sometimes, you feel tired, tired in a way that goes beyond your body, tired in your heart, tired in your soul. So hear my words like a gentle breeze on a warm morning. You can rest now. You do not need to carry everything alone. You do not need to be strong every moment. You do not need to pretend to be unshaken. Bring everything to me, your questions, your pain, your memories, your fears, your regrets. I am not angry at you. I am not disappointed in you. I am not tired of you. And I never will be. I am speaking to you today because the world has pulled your attention in many directions. You have given much of yourself away. You have spent years caring for others, solving problems, worrying about things that were heavy on your heart. And now, I want to speak to you not about your duties, not about your mistakes, not about your past. I want to speak to your soul, the part of you that still belongs completely to me. Listen deeply now. My child, I have not forgotten the prayers you prayed long ago. Some of them you barely remember, some of them you prayed through tears. Some you whispered in fear. Some you spoke with hope. And some you stopped praying because you thought nothing would change. But I did not forget. I never forget. Every prayer becomes a seed in my hands, and I know the right time to make it grow. Today marks a new moment between you and me. I want you to hear my voice not as thunder, not as fire, not as a mighty storm, but as a father sitting beside you, taking your hand gently, saying, "My child, I am here, and I have something to tell you." This message will go deep. It will touch places inside you that you have kept silent. It will bring light into memories you thought were forgotten. It will lift burdens you have carried for far too long, and it will awaken hope that you thought had grown old. So before we go any further, breathe slowly and let your heart become still. You are safe with me. You are loved beyond measure, and what I will share with you next will guide you, heal you, and strengthen you in ways you do not yet understand. Now, my child, open your heart, for we continue. Open your heart now, my child, and let me take you more deeply into the thoughts I have held for you since before you were born. You have walked through so many years, and with every passing season you have gathered moments, memories, lessons, joys, and sorrows. All of these have shaped you, but none of them have defined you. And my love defines you, and my love has never changed. You carry within you stories that few people truly know. There were days of laughter and days of loss, moments when you felt blessed and moments when you felt broken. You lived through seasons when it seemed everything was falling into place, and seasons when you wondered why everything you touched seemed to slip through your fingers. You have known courage, and you have known fear. You have known gratitude, and yes, you have known regret. And in all of it I watched you grow, not only in years but in wisdom, compassion, and strength that you did not always recognize in yourself. There were times in your life when you questioned your worth. You wondered if you had done enough, been enough, loved enough, achieved enough. You looked at your past and saw things you wished you could change. You looked at yourself and saw imperfections. You looked at your future and saw uncertainty. And in those moments, my child, I whispered into your heart, even if you did not hear me, you are precious to me. You are enough because I created you in love. I want you to understand something deeply now. Something that many people misunderstand all their lives. I do not measure you by your successes or failures. I do not measure your value by your achievements. I do not weigh your worth by how many tasks you completed or how many mistakes you avoided. Your worth is rooted in my love. Your value is rooted in who you are, not what you have done. When you were young, you tried so hard to prove yourself, to be responsible, to meet expectations, to make others proud. And as you grew older, you carried that same weight, feeling you had to hold everything together, even when your own heart was hurting. But hear me now, you never needed to prove anything to me. I saw your heart when you were a child. I saw your kindness, your intentions, your quiet prayers, your hidden tears. I saw every small act of love you offered, even when no one else noticed. I saw the times you forgave when it was difficult, the times you kept going when you felt like giving up, the times you chose compassion when anger would have been easier. These moments tell the true story of your soul. There is more goodness in you than you realize, my child. The world often forgets to tell people this, especially as they age. Sometimes society makes older hearts feel invisible, as if their stories no longer matter, as if their wisdom is outdated, as if their value has somehow diminished. But in my eyes, the opposite is true. You are far more valuable now than ever before, because your heart has been shaped by years of living, learning, loving, and enduring. You are rich with experience, rich with perspective, rich with memories that younger souls could never understand. You carry the tenderness of someone who has been humbled by life. You carry the strength of someone who has survived storms. You carry the gentleness of someone who knows what truly matters. And you carry the beauty of a soul that has been touched by time and softened by love. Do not think for a moment that I overlook any of this. I see you fully, and I delight in who you have become. But I also know your struggles, those inner battles you rarely speak about. I know the quiet fears that visit your thoughts in the late hours of the night. I know the ache of missing people who are no longer here. I know the frustration of a body that cannot always keep up with the desires of your spirit. I know the memories that resurface unexpectedly, memories that bring both warmth and pain. I know the questions you carry about the future, about purpose, about the things left undone, and I know the moments when you wonder if your best days have already passed. So listen to me gently now. Your story is not over. Your purpose has not expired. Your life still carries meaning, more than you can see from where you stand. Do you know why? Because I am not finished with you. If your purpose were complete, I would have already called you home. But you are still here, breathing, thinking, feeling, hoping. And every breath I give you is a sign that there is still something ahead, something beautiful, something meaningful, something only you can bring into this world. Do not underestimate your presence. You may think your days are quieter now, but a quiet day can still hold great purpose. There are prayers only you can pray. There are words only you can speak. There is love only you can give. There is wisdom only you can share. There are hearts that need your kindness. There are souls that need your light. There are lives that will be touched by something small you say or do, something you might not even realize matters, but I do. Let me take you back through your memories for a moment, not to burden you, but to show you what I have seen. Think of the times you helped someone without expecting anything in return. Think of the times you chose patience when anger tempted you. Think of the times you gave comfort, even when your own heart was hurting. Think of the times you forgave someone who wounded you. Think of the times you tried again even after failing. Think of the times you loved people who were difficult to love. These moments shine brighter in my eyes than any worldly achievement. You might think these moments were small, but nothing done in love is small. Not one act of kindness goes unnoticed in my kingdom. Not one prayer is wasted. Not one moment of compassion is forgotten. I gather all of them like precious treasures. But now, my child, I want you to do something many people struggle with. Look within yourself with gentle honesty. You have carried burdens that were never meant to stay on your shoulders. Some of those burdens came from old wounds, words spoken long ago that still echo in your mind, memories that still sting, moments that left scars. Some burdens came from responsibilities you took on because you had to, because life required it of you. And some came from mistakes you regret, decisions you wish you could change, paths you wish you had taken differently. But hear me clearly, I do not want you to live the rest of your life carrying these burdens. Your heart was not created to hold so much weight. Your soul was not designed to remain tangled in regrets. Your spirit was not meant to feel unworthy or unfinished. So let me speak this truth into your heart. You are forgiven. Forgiven more completely than you can imagine. Forgiven for every misstep, every moment of weakness, every choice made in confusion or fear. I do not bring up your past to accuse you. I bring it up only to heal it. You are not walking into the future dragging your failures behind you. I have cut those ties. You are walking forward with me, free, beloved, and renewed. Now, my child, reflect on this next truth. I have never stopped believing in you. Not when you doubted yourself, not when others misunderstood you, not when you felt lost, not even when you turned away from me for a season. My love remained constant, my arms remained open. And now, in this moment, I call you back, not to judgment, but to closeness. I want to walk with you in your remaining days with a depth and intimacy that perhaps you have never fully allowed yourself to experience before. I want you to know my peace in a way that quiets your fears. I want you to know my joy in a way that lightens your heart. I want you to know my presence in a way that brings comfort even in silence. Your life is precious to me and your heart matters deeply. So as we continue, let my words settle into the quiet places within you, into the wounds, into the questions, into the memories, into the dreams, into the places that still ache for something more. For what comes next, my child, will lift your spirit and remind you of the hope that still lives within you, a hope I placed there long before the world ever knew your name. There is still more I want to place gently into your heart, my child, for encouragement is something every soul needs, no matter how old, how experienced, or how wise they have become. Even the strongest hearts require reassurance. Even the bravest spirits need comfort. Even those who have lived through decades of trials still need to hear the words, "I am with you, and you are not alone." So let me speak these words to you now, slowly and lovingly, so they may sink deep into the places where you have felt weary. You have walked many long roads in your life, and some of those roads were heavy with sorrow. There were moments when you wondered how you would make it through. There were days when you forced yourself to keep going even though your heart felt tired. There were nights when sleep would not come easily because your thoughts were clouded with worries. Worries about your family, your health, your future, your past. Even now, some of these concerns still cling quietly to your mind. So hear me now. My beloved child, you do not need to face anything alone. Not today. Not ever. I am walking with, I am holding you. I am guiding you step by step. And whenever the weight feels too heavy, I am the one lifting it from your shoulders. Even when you do not realize it, there is a softness in you that I love deeply. It is the softness of someone who has endured much, but has not allowed their heart to become hard. It is the softness of someone who has cried but continued to love, someone who has been disappointed but continued to hope, someone who has been hurt but continued to forgive. That softness is not weakness, it is strength, a rare and precious strength. But I know that sometimes you question your own strength. You wonder if you are still capable, still useful, still needed. You worry that time has taken too much and left you with too little. You look at the world around you and feel overwhelmed by how quickly things change. You look at technology, society, and the pace of life and think, where do I fit now? What is my role? What do I still have to offer? Let me answer you clearly, you are still important. You are still needed. You still have purpose. You have wisdom that younger hearts desperately need. You have compassion that the world hungers for. You have experience that can guide those who feel lost. You have stories that can teach, uplift, and inspire. You have prayers that carry great power in my kingdom. You have presence, simple, peaceful presence that brings comfort to those around you. Your life still matters profoundly. Do not think for a moment that I am finished using you for good. If you woke up today, if you are breathing now, if you are hearing my words in this moment, then you still have a role in my plan. Age does not limit me, time does not limit me, weakness does not limit me. I work through every heart that is willing, and your heart has always been willing. My child, when you feel tired, let me be your strength. When you feel uncertain, let me be your clarity. When you feel lonely, let me be your companion. When you feel afraid, let me be your courage. When you feel unworthy, let me remind you of my love. When you feel that your best years are behind you, let me show you that I can still bring joy into your life in ways you have never experienced before. There are blessings ahead of you. Yes, even now, even at this stage of your life. Some of these blessings will come quietly, like gentle light shining into a dim room. Others will come suddenly, like a warm breeze that surprises you with comfort. Some will come through people. Some will come through peace. Some will come through new understandings. And some will come simply from knowing me more closely than you ever have before. I want you to feel encouraged not only about your future, but also about your present. You may think your days look simple or ordinary now, but nothing in your life is ordinary. Every moment lived with awareness of me becomes holy. Every breath becomes prayer. Every small act of kindness becomes part of eternity. Your presence in this world continues to shine more than you realize. Let me tell you something important. You have touched more lives than you know. There are people whose hearts you softened with your kindness. There are people you encouraged without realizing how much your words meant. There are people who still remember your patience, your generosity, your smile. There are people who carry your love within them even if they never told you. There are people who became better because they saw something good in you. And I see the good you have done. I see it clearly. I remember every moment. And it brings joy to my heart. Now, my child, I want you to allow yourself to rest in my love, not just intellectually, not as a thought you agree with, but deeply, emotionally, spiritually. I want you to feel my love as something that wraps around you like a warm blanket at the end of a long day. Let it ease your worries. Let it soften your fears. Let it calm your mind and settle your heart. You have spent so much of your life caring for others. You have worried for your children, your family, your friends. You have carried their pain, their needs, their burdens. You have sacrificed your time, your energy, your sleep, your emotions. And I saw it all. I saw your devotion, your selflessness, your quiet prayers for the people you love. But now I want you to let me take care of you. You do not have to be strong for everyone anymore. Let me be strong for you. When you wake up in the morning, I am there. When you lie down to sleep at night, I am there. When you sit quietly alone, I am beside you. When your mind drifts into memories, I am holding your heart. When your body feels tired, I am giving you rest. When your emotions feel fragile, I am giving you comfort. When you feel forgotten by others, know that I remember you always. There is not a single moment of your life when I have not been present. Not one, and my presence will only increase in the days ahead. If you open your heart to me, if you pause and breathe deeply and whisper even a small prayer, you will feel me closer than you ever have before. You do not need complicated words to reach me. You do not need long prayers. You do not need perfect phrases. You do not need to force anything. Just speak to me as you are now. Even a simple sentence, "Lord, be with me," opens heaven. Even a quiet sigh of longing reaches my throne. Even a tear is a prayer I understand, and I will come to you every time without delay, without hesitation, without judgment. I will meet you in your pain and fill it with peace. I will meet you in your fear and fill it with courage. I will meet you in your loneliness and fill it with companionship. I will meet you in your aging body and fill you with renewed strength. I will meet you in your confusion and fill you with clarity. I will meet you in your doubts and fill you with faith. For I am your God and you are my beloved child. Now, let me encourage you in one more way. Do not fear the future. The future is not something to dread. It is something I have already entered ahead of you. You will not arrive in any moment I have not already prepared. You will not face anything that I have not already made provision for. You will not walk into any circumstance without my presence surrounding you. Even if you face challenges, I will give you strength. Even if you face uncertainty, I will give you wisdom. Even if you face loss, I will give you comfort. Even if you face weakness, I will give you grace. And even when your earthly journey comes to its final season, I will carry you gently into a home more beautiful than anything you have ever seen. So be encouraged, my child. Lift your head. Let hope rise again within you. For I am not done with you, and my plans for you are filled with peace, meaning, and love. My beloved child, now that your heart is comforted and strengthened, I want to guide you with words that come from the deepest place of my love for you. These next words are not spoken to frighten you, nor to burden you, but to protect you. I speak them as a father who sees more than you see, understands more than you understand, and feels for you more deeply than you could ever imagine. So listen gently, with an open heart, for what I say is meant to guard your soul and bring you into greater peace. There are paths in life that seem harmless at first, paths that appear easy, familiar, or comfortable. Yet some of these paths lead your heart away from me little by little, without you realizing it. It does not happen suddenly. It happens slowly, through small compromises, through quiet distractions, through comforting illusions, through the weight of old habits, and through the whisper of thoughts that say, "It doesn't matter, it's just a small thing." But small things can shape the direction of a heart, and the direction of a heart shapes eternity. So let me speak gently but firmly. Be careful with the things that steal your peace. Not everything that looks harmless truly is. Not everything that brings temporary comfort brings lasting good. Not everything that entertains your mind nourishes your soul, and not everything you have grown used to is meant to stay in your life. There are voices in this world, some loud, some subtle, that try to pull you into fear, confusion, bitterness, or hopelessness. You may not notice it at first, but gradually these voices begin to drain your strength, tighten your spirit, and cloud your thoughts. They may come through conversations, through the media you watch, through worries that replay in your mind, through people who carry negativity, or even through your own memories whispering old wounds. This is why I, your father, must warn you lovingly: guard your heart, guard your peace, guard your thoughts, guard your spirit. Not everyone deserves access to your inner world. Not every worry deserves a place in your mind. Not every memory deserves to keep hurting you. Not every voice deserves your attention. Some things you must gently let go, not out of anger but out of wisdom. I do not want you to spend the rest of your days carrying burdens that weigh down your soul. I do not want you to fill your precious time with things that leave you exhausted or discouraged. I do not want you to allow bitterness, regret, or fear to sit at the table of your heart. These things try to steal your joy, your peace, your hope, and your spiritual clarity. And I love you too much to let them remain. So hear me lovingly but clearly release what is hurting you. Release the past that still tries to pull you backward. Release the worries that drain your strength day after day. Release the guilt that I have already forgiven. Release the expectation that you must carry everything alone. Release the fear of what tomorrow may bring. If you allow these things to remain, they will block the blessings I desire to give you. They will cloud your awareness of my presence. They will distract you from my voice. They will make you feel heavy when I want you to feel light. There is another gentle warning I must place before you. Do not allow your heart to grow cold. Life can make the heart cold, through disappointments, betrayals, losses, and long seasons of difficulty. When the heart grows cold, it becomes guarded, skeptical, and closed. It stops trusting, stops hoping, stops expecting anything new or good. It shrinks inside itself. But I did not create your heart for coldness. I created it for warmth, for tenderness, for forgiveness, for joy. You must protect the warmth of your heart. Do not allow bitterness to take root. Do not allow anger to linger. Do not allow resentment to quietly poison your spirit. These things age the soul far more than time ever could. They rob you of peace, of beauty, of clarity. They chain you to hurt that I want to free you from. So if there is someone you still struggle to forgive, give that burden to me. You do not have to pretend it did not hurt. You do not have to excuse the wrong that was done. But let me remove the sting. Let me soften the memory. Let me purify your heart so that forgiveness becomes a path to freedom, not a weight of obligation. Another warning must be spoken. Be careful not to isolate yourself from the love I send through others. Solitude can be peaceful, but isolation can be dangerous. When you isolate, your thoughts grow heavy. Your worries grow louder. Your memories grow darker. You begin to believe you must face everything alone. But I created you for connection, companionship, and community. Even in your later years, there are people whose lives will be blessed by your presence, your wisdom, your gentleness, your stories. Do not close your door to the world. Do not silence your voice. Do not hide your heart. Even a simple conversation can be a blessing. Even a small smile can bring light. Even a short prayer spoken over someone can change their day. You still have so much to give, and there are hearts who need what only you carry. Now let me speak about something many people misunderstand: time. Time is not your enemy. Time is not working against you. Time is not running out. Time is moving exactly as I designed it to. And every day I give you is purposeful. Do not fear the passing of time. Do not look back with regret nor forward with anxiety. Time is simply the river that carries you gently toward me, and I walk beside you through every season. But use your time wisely, not in business, not in stress, not in worry, but in love, in gratitude, in kindness, in spiritual awakening. Spend more time in the things that nourish your soul. Spend more time in my presence. Spend more time praying, not out of obligation, but out of rest. Spend more time enjoying the simple moments that remind you of my love: a quiet morning breeze, a warm cup in your hands, the sky changing colors, the sound of a familiar voice, the memories that make you smile. These simple moments are not small. They are gifts. They are my way of reminding you that life still holds beauty, softness, and meaning. Now, my beloved child, let me guide you in one last and important way. Prepare your heart for deeper closeness with me. I do not say this to warn you of danger. I say it to invite you into a peace that surpasses anything you have ever known. The older you grow, the more precious your connection with me becomes. I want you to strengthen that connection intentionally. Speak to me often. Walk with me in your thoughts. Invite me into every moment. Let me enter your fears, your joys, your memories, your hopes. Let me guide your decisions, your days, your emotions. Let me be your refuge, your comfort, your strength. If you stay close to me, no matter what happens, you will remain steady. You will remain peaceful. You will remain filled with light. And now, my child, with your heart open and your spirit attentive, let me lead you into the final part of this message. A closing filled with power, warmth, and a promise that will stay with you long after these words end. My beloved child, as you continue to walk with me through these words, let your heart stay open, your spirit calm, and your soul ready to receive the deepest part of this message. You have journeyed with me through understanding, reflection, encouragement, and warning, and now I bring you into a place of peace, a place where everything comes together, where the threads of my love weave into a tapestry that surrounds your life with purpose. Listen closely, my child, for these final words are not simply the end of a message. They are the beginning of something new inside you. You have heard me speak of the struggles you face, the burdens you carry, and the hidden places in your heart that ache in silence. You have felt my comfort and my gentle warnings. Now I want you to feel the strength that comes from knowing you are never alone, not for a single moment. Even in the times when you thought your prayers were unheard, I was standing beside you. Even when your tears fell quietly at night, I was the one who counted them. When you felt weak, it was my hand that held you steady. And when you thought you would break, it was my strength that carried you through. My child, do not let your heart tell you lies about yourself. Do not let guilt, shame, regret, or fear become the story you live in. I am the one who formed you, who breathed life into you, who shaped your soul with purpose long before you opened your eyes in this world. You are not an accident. You are not forgotten. You are not lost. You are my creation, my beloved, my treasure. As you listen to these words, I want you to understand something that so many people forget. My love for you is not fragile. It does not change with your failures. It does not weaken with your mistakes. It does not disappear when you walk away for a season. My love remains, it endures. It pursues, it lifts. And even when you do not feel worthy of it, my love surrounds you as surely as the air you breathe. You may think that your life has been ordinary, that you have lived quietly, without great achievements or recognition from the world. But I tell you, my child, that I do not measure greatness the way the world does. Your kindness, even when no one noticed, your forgiveness, even when it cost you deeply, your prayers, even when they were full of doubt, your love, even when your heart was hurting, these things rise before me like a beautiful offering. These things matter in eternity. Do not underestimate the value of a gentle spirit. Do not underestimate the power of a quiet prayer. Do not underestimate the strength of a heart that chooses to trust me, even when everything around it feels uncertain. My child, you are far stronger than you think, because my strength has been woven into your spirit since the day you were created. And now, as you continue to listen, I want to place something new into your heart, a deep and peaceful clarity. I want you to understand why I brought you to this message. You may think it was random. You may think it was curiosity or timing or coincidence. But nothing I do is accidental. I brought you here because I knew you were ready to hear these words. I knew your heart needed them. I knew your spirit was waiting to breathe again, to hope again, to trust again. You were not supposed to miss this message because this message carries a truth that will guide the rest of your days. I am with you, and I am not going anywhere. You do not have to worry about losing me. You do not have to fear being abandoned. I will walk with you through every season that remains in your life. When you wake in the morning, I am there. When you go about your day, I am beside you. When you face challenges, I am your strength. When you feel lonely, I am your companion. And when you rest at night, I watch over you with a love that never sleeps. My child, do not let the mistakes of your past poison the beauty of your future. What has been done can be forgiven. What has been lost can be restored. What has been broken can be healed. Do not hold on to the burden of yesterday when I am offering you the peace of today. Let it go. Release it into my hands. Trust that I can take what seemed impossible and turn it into something meaningful and good. I know that sometimes your heart struggles to believe that anything can change. I know that life can feel heavy, especially as the years pass and the body grows tired. But your soul, my child, your soul is still capable of greatness. Your soul is still capable of joy. Your soul is still capable of rising higher than you thought possible. Age does not limit you in my eyes. Weakness does not disqualify you. Your value does not diminish with time. You are still precious to me. You still have purpose. There is still light inside you that I placed there long ago, and that light can still shine. Let these words reach deep into you. Your story is not over. As long as you are here, breathing, listening, seeking me, there is more I want to do in you and through you. There are still prayers I want to answer. There are still blessings I want to give. There are still moments I want to share with you. Quiet moments, joyful moments, healing moments. Do not assume your best days are behind you. In my hands, even small days can carry great meaning. My child, I want you to walk forward from this moment with a peaceful confidence. Not confidence in yourself alone, but confidence in me, in my power, in my love, in my plans for you. When fear tries to rise, speak my name. When doubt whispers, remember my words. When loneliness tries to settle in your heart, feel my presence around you. I am closer than your breath, nearer than your thoughts, more present than the beating of your heart. And now, as this message begins to draw to a close, I want you to place your worries, one by one, into my hands. Think of them. The fear that troubles you, the memories that haunt you, the concerns for the people you love. Give them to me. I am strong enough to hold them. I am wise enough to handle them. I am loving enough to carry them for you. You were never meant to carry life alone. That is why I walk with you. My beloved child, let your heart rest in me. Let your spirit breathe again. Let your soul feel safe, protected, and deeply loved. You are mine, and that truth will never change. Now take a deep breath, and let these words settle inside you like a warm light. The world may grow dark at times, but my light will never fade. My presence will never leave you. My love will never fail. And before this message ends, I want to leave you with a gentle invitation. Not a command, not a pressure. Just an open door for your heart. Come back tomorrow. Return and listen again. Allow me to speak to you once more, to guide you, to strengthen you, to comfort you in the quiet places of your soul. There is more I want to share, more I want to give, more I want to reveal. This journey is not finished. It is only beginning. My child, you were never supposed to miss this message. And now that you have heard it, let it become a light inside you. Today, tomorrow, and always. I am with you, I love you, and I am not done speaking to your heart.